Okay, so today we're going over the things you should be doing as a new player in Jailbird Remastered. So to start with, the first thing you're going to want to do if you're on a low-end device or a mid-range device that sometimes has FPS drops from your set cap, the first thing you want to do is literally just turn your graphics down to 2. I know you see nothing in the menu you're not meant to. For the purpose of this video, just so it's not an ISO, I'm going to play on max graphics. This ensures that you get extra FPS while you're in-game. It's quite useful. And if you have block strap, I don't know if this is a regular Roblox option, but you want to reduce motion, it will help a lot as well. Secondly, I'm going to insert a part from one of my past videos where I talk about how to get money fast and XP fast. I'll slot this in now. To start with, the game mode you're going to want to play the most is skirmish. You can also go to the store and buy some boosters if you really want to with Robux. The next tip I have for getting tons of money in the game is completing your challenges. Obviously there's a headshot challenge which you can claim. There's an experience challenge here which you can claim. You get 5k experience, so this is the best way to get experience too. If you count credits into cash, you can also get credits from daily rewards for just playing the game, for lobby time and game time. So the more you play, the more you earn. As you can see, I'm in the lobby right now and the timers on these are going down. In the store section, in the loadout section, there is the battle pass. Now obviously not everyone's going to buy the battle pass and that's fine, but there is ways to get free cash in the battle pass, like tier 2 for example. You'll level up your battle pass and you can get some free cash and some free crates if you really want to do that. They're all here on screen for you right now. This is not every single code in the game. I'm also going to put my MaddersYT code here because it's my code, but use all of these codes. And after that, we will want to look at our loadouts. Now, the thing about loadouts is, as a new player, you're not going to have anything special. So we're going to look at this loadout, for example. We have an M24, which you don't get until like a higher level. But if you're level 1, you only have the M41. Now, there's two options you can do from this point onward. You can either kit out your M41 with some new parts, like the micro reflex or whatever you think is best for your needs. Personally, if you're going to do that, I would suggest this loadout. The alternative to this is getting to level 4, getting the MP7, which is a mini vector, I'd say, and just kitting the MP7 out with probably these attachments, I'd say. You don't need the red dot sight if you don't want the red dot sight, but it is a thing that you can add. But these two mainly, the muzzle brake and the micro reflex, are important. Alternatively to the muzzle brake, you can also use the compensator. As you can see, it's more vertical recoil focused. So if you have trouble more with vertical recoil than you do with horizontal recoil, you can definitely go for that. But in my use case, it's just an extra 4% and you lose out on quite a lot of horizontal, so I stick with the muzzle brake. But that's a personal thing. Every muzzle is a preference, but please, for the love of God, don't go for flash hider. Don't go for oil filter, don't go for silencer, don't go for lightweight silencer, don't go for heavy silencer. Just go for compensator or muzzle brake. Those are the only two you need to focus on. As for secondary, there's really nothing special until you get the deagle. I think it's level 9 you get the deagle. But if you do get the deagle, I would highly suggest using the micro reflex and the vert grip. Realistically, the vertical grip doesn't really matter. It's a semi-auto weapon and a pistol, but you just can. On to vests. So each vest has its own perk, and let's go through them real quick. Medic vest gives you plus 20 health and it heals you after 5 seconds, but it can only heal you to a maximum of 20 extra health. So let's say you're on 20 health, it can only heal you to 90 health. It is very useful if you're wanting to tank some bullets, you don't care about speed as much. It's a good vest, and this is one of the main vests I would suggest apart from the light vest. Now, a lot of you probably look at this and say minus 40 health, that's a big drawback of this vest. Why would I go for this? In this game, the walk speed is actually very useful for quick peeking, for like swinging. It's actually very useful for those situations. One thing you probably never want to go for though is the heavy vest, because you get plus 60 health, sure, that's quite big, but you minus 20% walk speed, so you're walking like a slug. This gives you plus 20 health, but doesn't take away any walk speed. So I would highly suggest the medic vest over the massive vest because no one needs plus 60 health. I'm gonna be honest, no one's gonna get shot that much. So light vest or medic vest? I personally run the light vest, but that's personal preference. Next we got throwables. The top two that people really use is the frag grenade and sticky grenade because, well, the frag grenade, it bounces, so you can get some like bounces off the wall and get them into little tight niche spaces. And for the sticky grenade, well, it sticks. So just keep in mind that the sticky grenade has a longer delay than the frag grenade at 4.5 seconds. So if someone sees that sticky grenade, they do have time to run away. The only good use case is if they're stuck or if they don't see it. So keep that in mind. But yeah, those are really the only two you really want to use. The Molotov, I don't really see anyone using this. I guess it's good for cutting areas off, like doorways, so people can't swing from doorways. Same for frost smoke. These two are good for like preventing people from rotating to different doorways, swinging to different doorways, because it blocks off an area and damages them if they walk through. No one really uses them though. I guess in the future, maybe someone will find a use case. Flashbangs, no one uses these. Really, no one uses them. Because here's the thing, 20 studs. 19 studs. Whoever gets affected by the flashbang would just be killed by the nade anyway. So this is just pointless. You might as well just use the nade. Everything else on this menu here doesn't impact your stats or damage output, health output. They're all purely cosmetic. However, if you do want to buy those, you can always go to the store and buy some of these items. Alternatively, you could use the tips that I gave you to get crates. Go to your crate section and open some crates. So every skin here comes with a weapon skin and a character skin. Some of them come with 2 weapon skins, some of them come with 1. It all depends on the skin. So you can buy those if you really want to. There's a workshop where you can spend your scrap and basically you get scrap from duplicates from crates. And lastly, you've got the booster section where you could buy cash boosters and XP boosters. In global, you have a leaderboard where you could see everyone's stats and such and your personal stats. Got your profile here where I've got a horrific KD. It looks like a 1.2, 1 point something like that, 1.5. You can see your gang information, #royal on top. And then you got your rank screen where you can see your current rank, how much you need for next rank. You can see your last played matches where I did awful, but I'm pretty sure I was drunk. So cut me some slack on these games. I was drunk for these, okay? And then rewards, you have all of the ranked rewards. So you can see what you earn per rank. And this is also a good way to get credits as well. If you play ranked, you can get extra credits. Settings, these are my current settings. If you want to copy them, you can definitely do. But yeah, these are my settings here. I don't play mobile, so I don't really care about mobile settings. So if you're a mobile player, maybe don't use my settings because I'm not a mobile player. But if you're a PC player, keyboard and mouse player, these are my settings. These are what I use. And then content, the content creators. Oh, there I am. I'm right here. If you want to invite your friends, up in the top right here, you have this little social tab and it shows everyone in the lobby. Alternatively, you can go to the home screen and click social and it will show the same thing. And if you don't see a friend on here, it's probably because they just joined, so you need to click it again to refresh it and you'll see them joined into the game. Apart from that, we have update logs, goes over every update, and we have upcoming updates, which hasn't updated since the 6th of April. So this is outdated. And we have promo codes here, which I showed you in the best way to get XP clip, so we won't go over that. The very last thing that you need to know from the home menu is what each game mode is. Casual is just the same experience that you'll get in rank, except you have no rank gain, you have no rank loss. The servers, I believe currently, because of a bug, are not limited to 6v6. They probably will be in the future again. And yeah, it's just a very easy experience for all the new players, all the low level players. Play the casual experience, the normal experience of Jailbird without any ranked stress. Then you have ranked, which is the same as casual, but you have a rank system where you gain ELO per round if you win, but if you lose ELO. And it's for more high skill players who play quite a lot of Jailbird. It just gives you an incentive to grind. Arcade is a 6v6 mode where you rotate through guns each round. You get different maps each round, and they are not the same maps as the casual ranked. They are their own maps. It's quite a unique mode compared to casual and ranked. And then you have skirmish, which is basically team deathmatch. You got capture the bag, which is like capture the flag. You have raid, which is one team versus another team, and you just have to kill as many people as you can until your team wins. It's like a team deathmatch. And then there's one more, but I cannot think of it right now. My brain is not working. But there are 3 game modes that you can play in skirmish. They're basically team-based respawn modes. They're pretty fun. I would suggest that for any new player. And then obviously you got custom, which you can make your own custom server. Now when you start each round, you'll either be on the attacker or defender team. Here we are on attacker, so we have 4 spawns. So you pick between one of the spawn points, you spawn in, and then you just play the game. And I'm just not playing properly right now. Holy. This is called a workspace, and this is a very popular map amongst the Jailbirdian people. But I would suggest getting to learn every single map possible. You could even do that in customs if no one's really picking the other maps. You could definitely learn the other maps in custom matches, but I would highly suggest learning them just in case they come up. So the job of an attacker, as you can see here, is to kill the defenders first and foremost, and then secure the objective, which you can see as this little marker right here. That's where the objective is. Our team lost a round though. So as a defender, your job is to protect your objective. You have a whole zone you can stay in, but you can't leave this zone, otherwise you will be highlighted for the enemies like this. I am now spotted by the enemies, so you cannot leave the zone. If you do, you will be spotted by the enemies. Okay, as soon as I stop shooting, he peeks and snipes. You can barricade doorways if you really want to. You shouldn't barricade every single doorway because there is strategic advantage to leaving some doorways open. That's all really. Okay, and that's all for this video today. I hope this helped, and I hope I helped you figure out how to get your loadouts set up fast, what loadouts you should be using, what game modes you should be playing, and everything else that you should be doing as a new player in Jailbird Remastered. And until next time, bye.
We ain't gonna die too boring. Shoulder strong, I'm ballin'. Everybody got stories in their clips. For the way they handling their chips. Caught up in the web, getting clicks.